Okay, there we go. All right, welcome back everybody to Coffee and Art in the Morning, Monday morning. And we already did a little portrait segment. Now we're going to talk a little bit about a glue book segment. I have many different glue books, but I like this one because it's not just a glue book, it's also a glue and idea book. So I haven't really worked in it that much lately, but I wanted to kind of show you how it works. And also, and this is my current sketchbook, and these are the Freestyle Really Big Notebook. Look on Amazon, just put in Freestyle Really Big Notebook. They come in pink and red and yellow, lime green, black, and these are thick. These are the 800 something page ones. So it's like probably close to 1.5, maybe 2 inches thick. And there's like 800 pages in it. This one I use for drawing sketches in. This is like my sketching, and it's also got some of my lists. Now, not all my lists, but I did start some lists in this. Let's see, where did I put them? They're in here in the back. So I have some lists in here of things. So if you haven't followed me, then what we do all different kind of list projects, and you list things, and then you can pick things, cross pick, like pick one thing from one list, one thing from another list, and draw things based on those things that you pick. Well, this one is where my just sketches, a little bit of pen and ink, depending on what I want to do with them, but they're my ideas. So they're just quick little ideas. I'll write notes. Here's where I was testing to see if those markers would go through, the kids' Crayola markers. Then we're just playing. Here's a rhino and some different things, some walruses, just all kinds of things. So this is my current one that's kind of new, and it's just where I've drawn some pencil sketches in. That being said, I've had this one for a couple of years. And I got this one to be a glue book. Well, I don't really even remember if I decided I wanted it to be a glue book first or a pen and ink drawing first or which one I wanted first. But I said, well, why not just do both? So in this book, there may be a couple things that are in pencil, but everything in here I drew straight with ink. And I wanted it messy and glue things in, things I like, and then I'll add things with it. So what I wanted to show you a different version. This is my version of a glue book currently. I mean, in the last 2 years. Before that, of course, I have hundreds of different, well, not hundreds, but lots of glue books where I have different themes. Like I have a bunch of, just different themes of glue books with composition books. But what I wanted to use this one for was to have things that I glue down in here, but add to it with, hey Orla, with ink. So everything in here is just drawn with ink on top of things I've glued in. Hey Paula. Okay, so anyway, this is a color book page. I liked her and I cut her out. It reminded me of me. And then I just have different little color swatches. Again, what I like about this, it has an index. And so you have 800 pages, I think. Yeah, 800 pages in this book. Not really using the index on this at this time because I just going in here and so I did start this on April 2015. So it's exactly 2 years old, this book, since I started it. And it's not that much in it, really, because, rabbit trail, we got off onto other books. But what I just wanted to show you on this is how you can take, like, this is some kind of a fashion magazine ad. This was a little, I think that was a shell in some magazine. That's a stamp. That's a stamp. This is something cut out. That's my hand-carved coffee cup stamp. This is just a hand-drawn orange. This actually started when me and Sister Woman were going to do the Danny Gregory's Art Before Breakfast project. And I said, okay, Jonna, let's do that. So I drew the first day. I said, Jonna. I didn't see her for like a week. I don't know what happened, but we never did. I don't think we did past 2 days. Hey, Lisa, good to see you. So anyway, our Danny Gregory. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Ah, here we go. And I have quite a few Danny Gregory books, but this one, The Art Before Breakfast, we were going to do this, and it's just, you just draw something every morning, right? And if y'all don't know Danny Gregory, he has a sketchbook school, and it's SKOOL school. Anyway, I won't do a talk about him right now because we've done many talks about him and his books and stuff. But anyway, I said all that to say that this orange was from that first day when we wanted to do it. But so what I'm trying to show you though is take something, either something you've drawn, maybe you cut it out, draw it and cut it out of another like piece, or let's just say you have a sketchbook and you drew something you really liked it, glue it down, and like I just glue her body on top of that orange, and then started playing with little doodles, rubber stamps, cutouts. And so that's what this book is. It's all different kinds of cutouts, doodles, ink splots, couple little sayings, this is a rubber stamp. That's a stamp right here. So if you have any questions, but anyway, this is my version of a glue book. Although there are some other things in here, like we did when I got the Jazzy Draw, the Jazz Draw app. I wrote some notes about that in here. So it's got some other things too. I don't like to confine myself to something. If I needed a sketchbook and this was the only one I had, just pick it up and draw in it, right? But so this is from a hydrangea color book page thing from out of my Daphne's diary, and I colored it and cut it out, and I put her on just like resting on top of the flowers. I drew, doodle. There's my hand carved bee stamp. This is a hand carved stamp here. Just some little doodle faces, and then cut out, painted on some hair. So it's just a little bit of everything. But I wanted to show you that if you like gluing things, don't just limit it to just filling up a page. Nothing wrong with that. I have tons of those too, where you just fill pages full of glued down stuff. And y'all see all my collage books. Got tons of collage, mixed media collage pieces. Like, let me grab my book right here. This kind of thing. All the way up to this type of collaging. So, you can take it this far with mixed media collage as well. But in this case, it's just, wait, hang on, guys, I'm losing, hang on, stuff is falling off the shelf, hang on. I don't want that to crash into my water bucket right there, so let's fix that. Okay. So what I'm saying is if you like to doodle and sketch and like some things that you cut out, well, just glue them in and then go back. Like I can go back at any of these at any time. Let me find a pen. We were doing color pencil a minute ago. Now I gotta find some pens. Let's see if this one's working. Okay. So maybe she just has some little bitty wings. And I'm going to show you that if you don't know what to doodle on there, remember all our lists, go back to our ideal listing segments and look at those. And so if you don't know what to draw, go in there and pick something off the list. I mean, just have fun with it and play with it. So let's just say you open this random page to this, and then you go to your list and just randomly pick something off one of your lists. Person, place, thing, occupation. It could be a lot, any of thing off your list, right? Well, then after you do that, then try to incorporate that. Let's just say I picked the word shell. Okay? No, those are not done bright meadow. Those are done, the one I just showed you. And I have tons of mixed media collage demos. I do have magazine journals that we've done stuff in, but the one I just showed you is done in the Dilution hardback book. And I also work in um, altering books. Okay, so this is just what I want to show you is this is a piece of a fabric, and I just turned it into a skirt with her. This was some kind of I don't even know what this was, but I turned it in, made those into cuffs, collar, and some cuffs, and then just hand drew all this. So if you like to doodle, that's a rubber stamp right there. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a flip through here just to kind of show you um, how I do a glue book. Then I'm going to show you a clip art book, but it can be, you don't even need clip art books now, guys. You just go online, clip art, but my books are so old, right, Janet? We've had our books forever. Um, this is some pom-poms, there's a face, and then this is a different thing. Just random, have fun. What this does is it sparks your imagination. It will give you ideas. It will just spark ideas. So see, I glued this down, and then that's a stamped hand. Hand drew the body here. Just did a little stylized hand behind her head there. That's a stamp right there. So it's glue book and pen and ink. And stamping, some stamping too. So just kind of, say, just doodle, whatever. I think that might have been Walter. I was drawing Walter. Some swatches. I don't even remember what this was, but I cut them out and glued them on here. But, and then you can go in there and color them or paint them or whatever you want to do, just to get some ideas flowing. This, we drew a yoo-hoo. We did a show where I was drawing, sketching and coloring stuff. Well, I cut it out and glued it in here. It was probably on some random piece of paper, and I didn't want it thrown away. So this was our hand-drawn. We've drawn yoo-hoo sticks many times. We've turned them into rockets. There's one of my hand-carved, that's my hand-carved bunny stamp. I don't know where he is right now. He's probably in that bucket that I showed last week. Then that's a stamp that I bought there. Just some hand-drawn leaves. This is a color book page angel. I wanted an angel on top of a feather that was being a calligraphy person, a calligraphy hand drawing, holding a nib and a feather, and the angel is walking it. Some little doodles. And see, these are just these are the kid markers. Those are those Crayola super tip kids markers. All these are as well. Here's where I just showed some different colors on top of colors. I don't put too many quotes. There's a Francis Bacon quote. I love this quote though. Imagination was given to man to compensate him for what he is not, and a sense of humor to console him for what he is. I love that. So this is where everybody was wearing these little bunny hats. So, little bunny hats, cat hats, just some random doodles and flowers, a little bit of bits here. So again, this is my version of my last 2 years anyway. The last 2 years of how I do glue books. It's this kind of thing. Here's where we were combining some ideas one day, doing a little mind, how you do a little mini mind map, take trees and types, and different things like that. So yeah. So I just wanted to do a little show on this is, see, if I have an idea, I write it out. You may not have time to do a whole on sketch, but write your ideas. So here I thought of a turtle with a traveling storyboard on his back, and that this would be the back of the turtle, his little, these things, the little hexagons or whatever shape they are on his back. And so this is like the back of the turtle right here. And then have little panels on the back with stories in it. And he's a traveling storyteller, and he goes really slow. It takes some time to tell these stories, right? How did I come up with the list of ideas? I have shows on that, Laura. If you go look at my idea listing shows, and I just did one maybe a couple weeks ago talking about lists. I've got notebooks and notebooks and notebooks and notebooks, 3-ring binders full of ideas and lists. And I just did a show within the last 2 weeks on it, on how to come up with ideas. So anyway, I thought this would be a cool little thing where a turtle is like traveling, and all these stories are on his back. And if I did digi or animation, they could change. These little stories could change, kind of like, windows into little worlds of stories, and they change to another story, change to another story, and he's traveling and telling his stories. Yeah. I don't know, just little doodles. These are some fashion illustrations out of a book, out of a magazine or something. And I just like to play with them. You can get if you like this and you go, oh, I love that color combination. Well, glue it in your book. Glue it in your book so you'll say, oh, I love the idea of that pink, black, and her yellow skin, or whatever, Fashion girl, just drew some little stylized wings on her. She's sitting on these are Post-it notes. You like the idea of the turtle? And then one day we were just playing around and somebody wanted to see how I did some quick jellyfish. So these like literally took, 5 minutes each page or something. They're just real quick. Just with some, I think I even used the Crayola Kid markers. Like, here, we'll do one real quick. Let's see. We'll do a green and blue one for Jean. These little, the kids' Crayola markers. So I need a thicker pen, though. Let's see, because this one's pretty thin. This is a 2. Something a little thicker here. That's a 2. Maybe a brush pen. Let's see, anything in that? This is I got a brush pen here somewhere. Let's see. Where's my brush pen? Okay, we'll use a brush pen. So what we'll do is, let me get a couple markers. Let's go with the nice lime green. Let's make sure there's still something in that one. Go with the turquoise. Which color? Let's go with this one. And the ones with the black handle, they're the same as the others. They're just scented. Blueberry, I think. Okay, that's a little dark. I want a little lighter color. Let's see. It'll work. All right, so you can just take, we did these real quick. But don't be afraid to scribble and play and whatever in your book. Okay, now I'll take my brush pen and we'll do a quick little, add a little more green. Okay, now I'll take the regular pen here. And then I do kind of like how same way I do my Spanish moss. But just and just, you know, just keep going, keep playing. But but anyway, look, I glued a shoe. I don't even remember why. Then I practice playing with the markers in different, like, you know, ombre in them. Some more little doodles. Some little faces. These are our 5-second faces. You can either, you don't have to start with anything paint, but you can just start with a circle. But let's just take one here, you know. You never pick up your pencil, you just kind of sketch and play. And draw little faces. And if you do thousands of these, hey Eileen, I know we were talking about you and wondering when Jen was going to be there. So, you know, if you have little blobs of things like, look at this one. Look at that blob. It looks like a little dog, doesn't it? I mean, I can almost see a little dog in here. Or maybe it's a little sheep. I don't know. I guess if you put a little collar on it. Now it looks like a cow. So let's put some brown, let's put some spots on him. So now we can have a brown cow. Like the big It's like the Scream. You know, all he needs is a hands going, oh no. Oh. But if you have a book like this, guys, you'll play in it, right? You'll play in it. Okay, so here's our Jazzy Arty Party app. So if you want some ideas, this is one. There's many of these kind of apps out there. But when he first came out with his app, I guess it's probably maybe a year ago now. I don't even remember. So I bought it, and I think it's only $2.99. And it's called Jazz's Arty Party. And he has 2-minute challenges, 5-minute, 10-minute, and 20-minute challenges. So then there's different kinds of challenges, and you can time yourself. Oh, it's good no matter whatever. Yeah, thanks, Valerie. So we had a color challenge where you select the kinds, like he even has like Prismacolor, Copic, different things where you can pick the colors, the actual colors of your materials, randomly. It'll pick it for you randomly. Character challenge, environment challenge, incremental design, scribble challenge, copy challenge, design mix challenge, and a custom generator. And under the color challenge materials section, you can either pick pencils, ink pens, ink markers, color pencils, markers, paint, anyway. And so these are the categories in there. So here's some of the different notes that I took while doing some of the challenges. Scribble challenge. There's a, of course, we had just, done, not recently, some jellyfish. A copy challenge. And see, you had 2 minutes to draw a black wolf. 2 minutes. And I think my color was blue. So anyway, the environmental challenge, 2 minutes. The challenge was a mountain village that was ripped from space time and features crabs. That was the Julie. Julie has a man, or what do you call it? A fan crush. Julie has a fan crush on Jazz. Oh, did I say that out loud? Anyway, so that was the challenge. So my time, and again, you can set your time anywhere from 2 minutes to what I say, 15, 20 to 20 minutes. So I was doing these in 2 minutes. So it was a mountain village that was ripped from space time and featured crabs. So I had this little mountain, Sherpa kind of thing going on, and crabs coming down from space. So yeah. So I'll show you some of the challenges from this. We just did this for a day. This was all one day, or one show. And then I want to show you some clip art ideas here too. And I know y'all have seen tons of clip art books, and you can look up clip art online, but I'll just show you, some more glue book kind of ideas. Because you can, again, guys, glue things in, doodle things, scribble things. All right, so this one was combine a purple Cadillac with the atomic symbol. So I said, well, let's do it a couple different ways. So first I drew a purple atomic symbol, and then I kind of, just a little doodle, guys. Don't say, that doesn't look like a Cadillac. I know, it's just a doodle. It's just, these are thumbnails, right? Quick ideas. And I thought it would look cool with an atomic symbol painted on the Cadillac. Combine, again, all 2 minutes, combine a flat tire with a musical note. So I thought, well, some, the rims, I think it would be cool to have rims with the music notes in the rims. Or you could have a the segways that you ride on, that when it rolled, it made music. So of course that would be annoying to anybody that was in your path if you're riding one of those segways. But you could it could have music attached to it. Combine a camera with a bus or a trolley. We just have different things. This one was combine a ship mast and a guitar. So here I drew a guitar on its side with little ship mast in them, and add pirate flags. See, you gotta play, people. You gotta play. A sword and a tape dispenser. Okay, so you have a tape dispenser, and it has a sword thing on it, and your tape runs down to the edge of the sword, and that's where the tape, you rip the tape off, right on the edge of a sword, right there. See the sword? There's the tape, and there's the sword. Combine laptop with tennis shoes. You'd have, a little, how I have my pantry rack that I'll sit my lappy on? Well, that would look cool, like a little mini stand with your shoes, like some Vans. Wouldn't that be cool? To be your laptop table. Shoes under the laptop table. You heard it here first. Okay. Combine a yellow hard hat with a stopwatch. Combine a clock and a sword. So I thought it would be cool to have a clock with sword hands on it. Or a sword with a watch on it. See, go both ways there. A high top laptop. Oh my gosh, that's a good button. I gotta write that down. Where's my Post-its? High top laptop button. Good one. Good one. Ouch. Pen is sharp. Okay, then let's see what else we have. Oh, now this one, guys, I love this idea. Recycling and everything about it. Take a soccer ball. Oh, I cut myself with that pen. Oh my gosh. Hang on, guys. I poked myself with the pen. Okay, so where'd it go? Oh, so, so take recycle the soccer ball materials and turn them into like rubber handles on tools. So like here's a pair of pliers, right? And you cover them, because you see rubber covered, um, tools all the time. That's bad. I know, Paula, right? Ow! Poke myself with the pen. But use soccer ball or any kind of leftover, like the rubbery materials that balls are made out of, and use them to cover tool handles. Just saying. All right, let's see what else we had. Combine wide wheels and motorcycles, a clock and a ship. Combine these are his combinations that come up random, right? We generated them. You generate them in his app. And what came up was a grenade with a pocket knife. Now it seems like I seem like I got a lot of quote unquote guy stuff. Oh no, and don't email me. It's not just this girl. I know. Don't email me. I'm just saying. I didn't get a lot of flowers and unicorns in this. That's just what I mean. Got a lot of ships and hard hats and swords and pliers and grenades and motorcycles. That just happened in my random generating. But look, if you took that how a grenade has those bumps on them, well, that would be an awesome handle for a pocket knife because it would be grippy, right? Kind of like this would be grippy. Hi, Marilyn. And then again, tape dispenser with the gun, have the gun be like you click the trigger and it dispenses the tape, and then just have a little serrated edge there to tear the tape, cut the edge off. Okay, so there's our Jazza stuff. There might be some more in here, but I think that's pretty much the Jazza stuff. Oh, so anyway, so you get the idea. And then these are just out of my recent Daphne's Diary. They're the little owls that you can cut out for bookmarks. So anyway, you get the idea. So I wanted to show you that's my version of a glue book. But what you can do is, again, you don't need old clip art books like this one that I've completely deconstructed, or i.e. took apart to have ideas. We've done many lists and whatnot, and gosh, I poked myself with a pen. I'm going to have a tattoo on my finger. So this is just one. I don't even know. Again, these are old. This one I took apart for whatever reason, probably because I had a project and I needed a copy. So I said, I'm just going to take this baby apart. This one's from 1990. Okay. But there's just, and it's all broke out into different topics, right? And so if you don't know what to do, what kind of things to doodle, get a clip art. If you don't want a clip art book, which again, Janet and I probably in the day cornered the market on these babies. And still, guys, to this day, some of these old clip art books, I still see rubber stamps people have made from these old books. That they make their rubber stamps from these copyright-free images. So yeah. So this particular book contents are people, occupations, transport, leisure and sport, music, costume, heraldry and armor, ornaments and alphabets, architecture, anatomy and medicine, flowers, including fruit, fungi, and trees, animals, reptiles, birds, insects, and fish, including marine life. So yeah, and then there's an intro here. So again, lots of people, occupations. I'm just kind of flipping here a little bit just so you can kind of see. So again, if you don't know what to draw, what to doodle, what to add to your glue book, doodles, then just randomly pick something and get an idea. Of course, there's more like the 100 Ways to Draw. That's what I was looking for a minute ago. I couldn't find my 100 Ways to Draw Flowers book. And it's not just flowers, but it's trees, leaves, plants. Of course, I have clip art books on every different topic as well. This is just a general clip art book, so that's why I pulled this one out, because it's, you know, all kinds. This is still in the people section. By Fancy Line. So if you just want ideas, and again, you don't have to buy a book. Although you can probably get them really cheap nowadays, because everything, you can get all these clip art ideas, clip art online, right? Just Google clip art. Go on Pinterest or any, you know, Google Images. So here's occupation. So I'm just going to kind of skip through some of this. All kinds of farm things, and y'all remember these are probably like from the early 1900s, most of these images, you know, woodcuts. And here's some transportation. Look, buggies. If you have any questions, just ask. I'm just trying to show y'all some ideas to adding doodles to your glue book. So your glue books don't have to be just images you glued in. You can sketch and doodle all over those things that you glued in. Okay. Hot air balloons, planes. I'm skipping 2 and 3 pages at a time here. They're not in any particular order anymore, because, you know. So past the leisure and sport, you know, look at these kind of things like this. Silhouettes and old, just golfing, old baseball, tennis. Look at you. Aren't you glad we don't have to wear this when we play tennis anymore? I'm glad we don't have to wear that stuff covered up to play tennis. Or how about riding a bicycle like that? Here's music. Where's Jean? All this is music. Look at this old pipe organ. Notations on the different notes and music from a pipe organ. Like medieval type drawings and things. See? Renaissance, all different time periods. In this case, you know, you can get all different eras if you want. These are all musical instruments and little, you know, bands and orchestras, and actually, I actually have a book on just musical instruments. Yeah, there's one actually on musical instruments. So again, music. I think I used one of these clip arts to do Jean's, and I think it was out of the music book, when I did Jean's All About You collage a few years ago. Okay, so then we've got a whole bunch of things on music. Look, here's a whole bunch of things on heraldry. All the different heraldry, armor. So there's all kinds of these types of books out there. And you can get them, you know, topic specific. Ornaments and alphabets, all kinds of borders. See, I used to love this kind. Look, these kind of things, I think I even own a couple of these rubber stamps that somebody made. Maybe a 100 proof press or somebody back in the day. All kinds of different designs. Alphabets. Illuminated lettering. You could look at these and do your own illuminated lettering. Calligraphy and hand draw your letters. Then there's architecture. Again, guys, I'm just flipping through this to give you some ideas on what kind of stuff is out there to add to your repertoire of ideas, right? Windows. Look, how fun is this? I mean, it makes me just want to pick up a pen and draw this right this second. I'm not joking. Look at that. That could be a stained glass window. All kinds of architecture. And then anatomy. Skeletons. Look. All the different kind of animals, skeletal animals. All the muscles and bones. So, yeah. All right, then after that comes, after anatomy and medicine, then we have flowers. All kinds of plants and leaves. Again, how can anybody not have an idea these days? Especially just thinking about all this stuff's online for free. Just Google clip art of flowers. I mean, I challenge you. Clip art of mushrooms. All these would be awesome watercolors too, Jean, your florals. And then there's all kind of animals. Some are like from storybooks. So then here's reptiles. Look, just take your, where's my glue book? Let's just go over here for a second. Even if I just use this as an idea and drew out the see, just go in here and play. This would be an awesome turtle. And then we'll do one more. You can have a little feet, his little tail, little feet, his little head. You do all kinds of little cartoony things. Not everything has to be portraits, you know. It can be all kinds of fun stuff, right? But the thing about doing this kind of stuff is this is for ideas. It's not necessarily for finished pieces. You have to be able to play. Anyway, okay, then there's birds and bugs and insects and fish, more anatomy, more fish. So anyway, guys, clip art books. Yes, they have 4 feet. The other 2 are way up there by his head, Whippy. So there's an idea for clip art in your glue book. So when when you're gluing things down, go back in there and play, with different things. Glue things, doodle things. Just have a place where you can go and make a mess. Because if you're afraid, if your book's, oh my gosh, oh no, I got a mark over there. Oh no, I gotta get a new book. I gotta get a new book now. You got the clip art book, Suzanne? Okay, good. So just have fun in your glue book, and it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to be a full-on, everything is glued. Have a place just to scribble and draw and get ideas. Have it like your idea book. and glue book. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording. It's about 45 minutes talking about glue books. And we'll be right back.